Hello, and it's the spookiest day of the year today. Woo! Hope y'all have fun today. I know I'm not doing anything today though, 'cause I'm a social recluse and all I do is stay in my room all day. Though, I still have, 2 drawings to do for Inktober left. So that's what I'm doing today. No trick-or-treating, no parties, just sitting in my room, alone, drawing, because I'm still behind. So it's the last day of Inktober, and whew, my Inktober this year was a shit show. Granted, I will have all 31 drawings done by the end of the day. Hopefully by the end of the day. We'll see. Still have 2 more to finish. I mean, they're all drawn out, but I have to finish them. And this video. And upload this video today. Haha. Yeah. So I'm not sure what I want to talk about first. Should I talk about the travesty, which was my Inktober this year, or should I talk about the painting I'm working on? Oh no, I have to make a decision on the fly. Oh no! Talk about the painting. Well, Inktober can wait. I'll talk about this painting. So, granted, I did just say I had 2 more Inktober drawings to finish. Those would be 29 and 30, I think they are. So yeah, I got 31 done before 29 and 30, because that makes sense. Now, ideally, I would have liked to get those done beforehand, before 31, but that didn't happen, and I really wanted this painting to be 31, so it's 31 even though it's done before 29 and 30 because I said so. It is 31 because I said so. So this is a painting of Lisa from Silent Hill. That'd be the first game. Big fan of Silent Hill. I'm pretty sure I've played all of them except Shattered Memories. That one didn't interest me too much because it was too big of a departure from what I at least typically think of Silent Hill. I did buy it, but when I figured out there was no combat, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna play this. I probably should have still played it, but I was a dumb teenager when that game came out. So I was dumb and bought it and didn't play it because I was dumb. Very dumb. Not saying I'm not still dumb, but I was exceptionally dumb back then. So yeah, I bought a game and didn't play it. Because that makes a lot of sense. Now, when I first played Silent Hill, I think I was pretty young, maybe around 11. Now, I didn't play it when it first came out because I wasn't allowed. Not because it was scary, but because the PlayStation belonged to my parents and I wasn't allowed to touch it. So yeah, I think the game came out in 99. I think I was 8 at the time it came out, so I didn't play it till a few years after it came out. But I remember watching my mom play it when we first got it. I think we first got it not too long after it came out. So that was my first interaction with the game, and then a few years later I ended up playing it myself, and I had a grand old time playing it. Granted, I was a big baby back then, and it scared the shit out of me while I was playing it, but I played it and I got through it. Took a while to get through, especially since I was a big dumbhead and the puzzles were a little too much for me. I remember the piano puzzle. A lot of people still have problems with that. I actually figured it out on my own eventually. I don't remember how long it took me. I don't think it took me that long. I think I figured it out on the same day as I ran into it. But yeah, that one trips people up a lot. It's actually a pretty easy puzzle once you get the little, I don't want to say gimmick. I'll just say gimmick because I can't think of anything else. A little gimmick behind that puzzle. Once you figure that out, it's really not that hard. But anyway, back to the painting. So this is based off the scene of Lisa, I think the last meeting you have with her. Well, I guess it depends on what ending you get. But technically in-game, the last time you see Lisa, and she has the blood all dripping down her, because she's, I guess you could say she's transforming into like the other monster nurses at the hospital. I'm not going to get too in depth. I'm not gonna spoil the game or the character too much, though I think I just did. Did I just spoil it? This game's really old. I hope you don't mind if I just spoiled that little detail about a side character in the game. I didn't spoil the whole story. Don't be mad at me. I know people don't like spoilers. Please don't be mad. Please. Now, to be honest, I kind of had to spoil that little section of the game to actually talk about where the imagery for this picture comes from. So yeah, there. Can't be mad at me now. Can't be mad. No. Now, I had the idea for this painting in my head for years. 4 years, I think. At the very least, maybe 5 years ago, I first got the idea in my head of like, oh, I should paint Lisa from Silent Hill in this way, where she's smiling, but she has all the blood dripping down and she looks creepy as fuck. I was like, oh, I should do that. And well, 5 years, no, it's probably more than 5 years, it's probably like 7. 7 years later, here we are. I painted it, finally. Amazing. So if you haven't noticed, I'm not very punctual when it comes to, well, when it comes to anything really, but definitely not art, because I'll think of an idea and like, oh, that sounds cool, and then I won't do it for 7 years. Guess it didn't sound that cool. Yeah. Now, why I was painting this, I wasn't really sure. Well, I had an idea of how I wanted it to look, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to go about painting it. I remember the original idea I had, it was a little more minimalist in terms of shading, but I ended up adding quite a bit of highlights and shadows to it. Far more than my idea that I originally had. The idea that I originally had... Oh no. My brain shat itself. What was I thinking about? Oh. This happens a lot. Oh no. Now I'm just making it worse. Oh. Anyway. Slightly different than what I planned. I'm not sure if I like it. Like, I'm still looking at it. I see it on the screen right now, and it's over there to my left, and I'm just like, I don't know. I guess it's alright. I'm glad I got the 7-year-old idea done. Like, that's good. That's good, yeah. Now, I could talk about the painting strategy I did, but I'm starting to run out of time, and I still need to talk about Inktober. Well, actually, no. I could talk about that Inktober shit show more in depth in the next video, because the neess video, which is probably going to be tomorrow, I'm going to talk about Inktober as a whole and show everybody all of the drawings I did. So I guess I'll just continue talking about this for the rest of the video. Just doing this on the fly, just decided out of thin air. I'll just do. Oh, I did want to talk about this part in the painting, so yes, I'm going to talk about it now. So doing the blood on her face, as you can tell right now, I'm using a little dropper. I first made the trail with a brush and some really thin down red. So when I used the ink dropper to drop the paint down, it'd have a little stream already made, so it would go down kind of where I wanted it to. But I did the pipette dropper to make the blood a little more natural, because when you paint it, the drops or dripping liquid, I mean, if you're good enough, I guess you can make the drops look realistic, but I find it easier to just take the liquid itself and have it drip down the paper or the canvas, whatever you're using. Now, granted, you kind of have to nudge it along so it would drop a little more realistically for like a 3D, like an actual living person, the way it would drip down the chin. It would kind of go down the chin and underneath it and then down your neck, so it wouldn't be like a straight continuous drop, so you kind of have to nudge little driplets along a little bit while you're doing that. But I like doing that. I think that's fun. I think I did 2 Inktober paintings, this one and another one where I drip some liquid down it. That's always a fun time. I think I used to do that a lot in college. I think. I'm pretty sure. There's a couple paintings where I have driplets going down. Lots of driplets. So I believe this painting's almost done. I'm doing the little blood vignette. I think it's more of a vignette up at the top where I did the brown. I guess the blood at the bottom acts more as a frame. Am I using the word vignette right? Oh no. Sometimes I use words and I'm like, oh no, do I actually know what that means? And then when I say it and I'm just like, oh god, no. Do I actually know what that I don't know. Oh, this video's bad. I'm so sorry. Why are you listening? Now granted, I know most people don't watch my videos, which is okay. That's fine. But if you are, why? What's wrong with you? I don't even remember what I was saying before. Something about vignettes. I don't know what they are. Basically what I was talking about with the brown and how it's dark in the corners and it lightens up closer to the image. That's what I was talking about. I don't think I used the right word. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, it's not over yet. What do I talk about? Moving along, I'm adding details with that's the white color pencil right now, and I did a little bit with the pen, and eventually I do some details with a white gel pen, which I think, oh look at that, it's right now. So I'm adding the highlights in the eyes, putting the eyelashes in, adding some highlights in the hair and the lips, and just all around for the most part. And I did these highlights in the blood to make it look shiny, but I didn't really like how bright the white looked on the blood, so I do end up painting over some of the white. You can still see a bit of it here and there. Yes, I'm painting over it with a watered down red so it doesn't look as bright. And right here I'm scraping some salt away. Well, I was. Now I'm not. But I use the salt to get that texture down at the bottom. And then using... oh god, that went way too fast for me. So I used a toothbrush to add a splatter effect. And here it is. Here is the finished piece. Getting a nice close-up, slow pan of it. You can see my hands just shaking uncontrollably. That's always good for a video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it was interesting. Hopefully it was terrible. I know it was. I'm so sorry. Oh god, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, comment, or subscribe. Probably shouldn't. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Though if you do, I appreciate it. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and the painting. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow if I get my last 2 drawings done tonight. Woo! Toodaloos.